Hello, and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. And today, we'll be discussing Ripple and XRP along with the rest of the cryptocurrency and financial markets. So, without further ado, let's get started. And to begin, a few things. 1. There are a wide variety of scenarios in which XRP's price could go up by a small amount or by a huge amount. While I agree that numerous factors contribute to the fluctuating prices of digital currencies, I believe that XRP's primary value proposition is its practical applications. In this video, however, I only want to address the question of whether or not any physical changes have been made. When we reach a specific market cap, the movie will also answer the question, what is XRP really worth? Now for the unvarnished truth, listen, no one can predict when anything will occur. Nothing is certain, therefore all we can do is speculate based on the available evidence. Again, I'm not claiming that XRP will reach a specific monetary value, rather, I'm merely speculating. With this in mind, it is clear that tokenization has risen to prominence as a topic worthy of serious consideration by virtually every significant player in the world of finance and the global financial system. Basically, the World Economic Forum has been saying since January of this year that a tokenized economy is happening, right, and that everything around you will be tokenized. Once widespread adoption occurs in key sectors, we may expect to see progress on this front as well. Panelists also discuss the potential for blockchain to facilitate the trading of other real-world assets, such as carbon credits, housing, power, government bonds, and foreign exchange. Again, several of the panelists were at the very pinnacle of their fields. And when we look at what's going on in the area, things are getting heated up whether you want to see it that way or not. And it's fine if you want to discuss price action and related topics. But I'm looking at the big picture of crypto, and if things really do start to be tokenized in the way that many of the elites are talking about, then things will get very interesting pretty quickly. I've already told you how, in 2021, the World Economic Forum predicted that blockchain may disrupt $867 trillion in traditional markets, which is ridiculous. However, when we take a more in-depth look at the world of tokenization, we see that many of these markets have expanded tremendously. Given that we are discussing $95 trillion in the equities markets here, for instance, we can safely assume that the total value of the global equity market is well above $100 trillion. But they don't even discuss the $300 trillion plus global asset class that is the real estate market. In addition, they are discussing derivatives and a few other topics. However, they don't mention the potential scale of financial transactions conducted using blockchain in the near future. The DTCC is just one of many such institutions, and each year, they settle securities transactions totaling $2.40 quadrillion. Plus, they've started using DLT. So, when you take everything into consideration, you could wonder, what will crypto be worth? Right? Because the total market cap for all cryptocurrencies is close to $1 trillion right now. Totally irrelevant. In 2021, when our economy was at its most prosperous, it reached a peak of $3 trillion. Beyond that, I wonder, where will we be in 510 to 1,520 years? The world, really is changing at such a dizzying rate. We are familiar with AI and DLT. The latest craze is blockchain, which is used in automation. And the pace of technical development and innovation is really high. My point is that we may be overestimating the rate at which change is conceivable over the next few years. Moreover, you're quite correct. Even HSBC predicted in February that only 5 to 10% of assets would be tokenized by 2030. This is despite the fact that every single financial leader, including Larry Fink this year, has come out and said, listen, tokenization is where everything is at, this is the next generation for markets. In addition, we are aware of the estimate that suggests illiquid assets that have been tokenized could be worth $16 trillion by 2030. Why do I even bother bringing this up, you ask? What gives me the right to speak thusly of this market? It's really not that complicated, is it? Looking at the current market, we see that supremacy is crucial. Bitcoin has been the most prominent cryptocurrency for a long time, but recently, other significant altcoins like Ethereum have begun to challenge Bitcoin's hegemony. Today's XRP is known to be currently hovering at 2.5%. We also know that XRP has had much higher dominance levels, sometimes reaching 30% and more. But for now, let's use the 2.5. If XRP keeps growing at a rate of 2.5% each year, the market capitalization of all cryptocurrencies may rise from $5 trillion to $10 trillion to $25 billion to $50 billion to $100 billion. What do you think XRP may be worth? That's exactly what we'll be talking about in this video. I think it's fascinating to consider the possibility of a market cap of $100 trillion across all asset classes. M13, a company that has been discussing cryptocurrencies for a long time, investigates the disruptive nature of this asset class and published a report in 2021 titled Crypto and the Consumer: The Road Ahead. Many have speculated that cryptocurrencies could one day be worth $100 trillion. Is it realistic to expect cryptocurrency to grow into a $100 trillion asset class? We have no idea. Tokenization, the development of finance, and the interest shown in distributed ledger technology, DLT, blockchain, and the broader financial technology sector by major players such as the Bank for International Settlements, BIS, the World Economic Forum, WEF, the International Monetary Fund, IMF, and the World Bank Group raise the question: is crypto really worth $100 trillion? When considering the total amount of money that may potentially be tokenized, I find that number to be on the low side. Of course, not everything will be available in this form on the chain. And this won't necessarily lead to the price of cryptocurrency increasing by $X. But I do believe this has the potential to substantially propel crypto to the point where its market cap is $100 trillion or more. This report from M13 contains an overview of the entire network, from Web 1 to Web 2 to Web 3. There it is stated that our potential wealth may exceed $140 trillion if we continued on the present path of economic growth. But, for the sake of this video, I'm actually simply basing everything off of a market valuation of $100 trillion. True, but we can see past this. If we do follow through this might be a big deal when comparing Web 2 to Web 3 and Web 1 to Web 2, and when considering the entire growth here. And one of the main things I consider when evaluating the worth of Web 3.0 is how convenient it is. The extent to which it improves efficiency is emphasized. And it's common knowledge that cryptography has greatly improved efficiency. We are already well aware of the failure of the conventional financial system. And it's been unsuccessful for eons. As we usher in the next era of finance and technology, it's difficult to place a price on either. At the moment, though, we do know that the market is valued somewhere about $1 trillion. And certainly, stagnating or even declining gains are a fact when we look at the growth, right? From its all-time high in 2021, the market has fallen by nearly 80%. If we extrapolate the gains from 2018 to where it is now, 2021, that's a almost 200% gain. We will not reach $100 trillion in the next few years. It will be a very, very long way off. The stock market is a good example of why I think this is the case. From 1996 to 2012, the stock market is displayed below. In 1996, this amounted to little around $20 trillion. It reached an estimated $63.4 trillion in 2012. This spans a period of almost 16 years. This is very important. And I brought that up because, listen, we won't get to $100 trillion overnight or even in the next fiscal cycle. And we won't hit $100 trillion in the next 2, 3, or even 4 business cycles. Although I acknowledge that it took the stock market a while to reach $109 trillion, I believe that this milestone might be reached far sooner than most people expect. But could the rapid pace of technological adoption allow cryptocurrency to outpace the stock market? It's possible that that's the case. That is to say, we might reach $100 trillion by, say, 2030 or 2035. The speed at which it travels may surprise us. Still, I believe it's important to keep things in perspective. I bring up the $100 trillion market cap because that's what we'd be working with if XRP maintained its current level of dominance of 2.5% and was relatively risk-free, allowing this sector to expand. XRP's position and substantial value have been preserved. If the current ranking mechanism for coins remains unchanged, XRP might be worth around $46.95. Using the current supply as an example. At a market valuation of $2.5 trillion, XRP would be worth about $25 if its supply were valued at its current price, an increase of 49x from its current price. Is it fair to assume that XRP will be valued $25.40 in light of this? No. However, these figures only represent a possible future market value for XRP if it were to maintain its current position and continue to account for 2.5% of the total. And if crypto's market cap did reach $100 trillion, XRP might theoretically move a lot quicker now. In a shorter amount of time, XRP may become more valuable than it is presently. But I'm just saying, based on these valuations, given what we know and have in front of us in terms of dominance levels and predictions surrounding, crypto potentially being worth $100 trillion. And this is happening on a massive basis. Therefore, when Cryptos has fully embraced, which, I would say, is still quite some time in the future. Actually, Citibank predicted that widespread acceptance may take up to 8 years. But then again, it might take a while longer. This is why I recommend not having your sights set on a specific price at which to begin selling XRP. Rather, you should aim to take profits as the price rises. When XRP reached its record high, and even before, I would have cashed out. However, that is just my own view and not professional advice. Beyond that, though, do I anticipate XRP to become a very valued currency in the future? 100%? In my opinion, on the next run-up, that should reach $25. Not really, no. Is it possible that XRP will reach $25? In, well, maybe 7 years from now? You bet I do. Since technology develops at a breakneck pace, I believe XRP will be able to advance more quickly than most people expect. In addition, technological progress is extremely rapid. As a result, predicting crypto's worth a month, a year, or even 5 years from now is impossible. Nonetheless, I would argue that I do believe crypto market cap will reach $100 trillion. Additionally, I believe XRP is capable of significantly more market share than it currently has. I'm only basing my estimate on the information at hand right now, which is 2.5%. We can infer that XRP's influence on us stems from the fact that it formerly controlled 30% of the market. Ethereum is flipped. Currently, Ethereum accounts for roughly 20% of the market. Think about it again, under these circumstances, the value of XRP might range from about $25 to $45. That being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like, subscribe. See you later, bye.